guys, just wanted to talk about healthy low-carb snacks. Now, these ones are not veggies. You can use veggies for snacks, of course, but if you're really hungry, you know that fat satisfies and so does protein. And so I just pulled these out of the fridge. I make up a whole bunch of hard-boiled eggs. I put them in the drawer so I can pull one out whenever I need it. Honey too. Honey really likes these. I'll buy one of these at Sam's Club. When they have them. They don't always have them, but it's just basically mozzarella wrapped with some kind of a salami or prosciutto or something, and one or two will do them just fine. For me, probably one. I don't take them very often, but when I do, it sure is worth it. So it's kind of nice just to have something like that in the fridge so you can pull out. I always also love celery and a peanut butter. And I use the peanut butter without any sugar, or I'll use a PB Fit mixed with cream cheese and a little skinny syrup. And I'll put that on my celery. All right, lunchtime came around and I was so hungry. I'm cooking enough for me and Honey. I've got 2 teaspoons of butter and some onion in here. And I'm just going to kind of cook that up till it's tender. And I've added 2 small zucchini that are cut up, 1 per each of us. And then I've got 2 cans of green beans that I'm going to put in here, 1 can for each of us. And we're going to get plenty of fiber and some veggie points here. And I've got some oregano Italian seasoning that I'm sprinkling in here. And then a little bit of sea salt, and I'm just going to cook that until it's tender, and then add in a 1/2 cup of ground beef that's cooked already for each of us. And then I cook it earlier in the week, and I add in some sort of mesquite flavoring or taco seasoning or something like that. And I'm going to cover it for a little bit so it'll get nicely heated through. And then I'm going to put in a little bit of shredded Parmesan cheese, and that's going to melt nicely on top. This is really a great dish. This kind of is like a crack slaw or an egg roll in a bowl, but it's a little different. And I'm also going to use 2 tablespoons of this wonderful sauerkraut from Trader Joe's. And this has live cultures in it, so it's really going to feed your gut. And if it feeds your gut, I mean, that's all good for all kinds of stuff in your body. I'm using 1 teaspoon of this chosen mayo. It doesn't have any harmful oils in it. It's really good, and I just like it. It adds just a little bit of something to the dish. I stopped off at Sprouts today. I had some errands to run, and I picked up, Honey wanted me to get some more of this super creamer here, the sweet cream, and I picked up some vanilla too to put in the fridge just so we don't run out. I also picked up some of this So Delicious. It's coconut creamer, and I'm going to put it in the refrigerator for my tea. And actually, it says it's got 0 sugars and 0 carbs. So I think it's going to work nicely into my low-carb lifestyle. I also got some of this. I'm not a big whey protein person, but this I need for a recipe. So I wanted to try it and see if I'll do okay with it. There's that. And then also I got some strawberries. They had those on sale. 2 cartons of eggs. And then I got a whole bunch of these Smart Sweets. These ones are pretty smart as well. These ones, these have 3 grams of sugar. Well, like the other ones, that's for the whole bag. And so I would just have like 1 or 2 a day. And so I share these with the kids. The fish are really good. I'm never going to eat a whole bag by myself. And these are peach rings. And then I've got some like Twizzlers and what are these? The gummy bears. Okay, so they just kind of share those as a family. And then the Virgil sodas, they had the root beers and the cream sodas. These are all 0 sugar, and they're sweetened with stevia. These were all like on sale, so instead of, it's like I got $9.99 off of 2. I ended up saving like $30 because I got all of these. So I only paid like $2 for each box, which is really, really good. So I kind of loaded up on those. For dinner, we went out to a Mexican restaurant, and I had a fajita taco salad without the shell. And then we came home, and I made a dessert. So this is from it's a brownie, a keto and paleo brownie. I got this I think I got it at Costco. Anyway, so I made one of these mixes up, and there's 1 brownie in there cut in half. And then I got this Killer Creamery ice cream here, and I'm just using like a tablespoon or two. And it's 1 net carb for 2/3 cup, so it's going to be really low what I'm using. And I'm using this Walden Farms chocolate syrup, just using like a tablespoon, so that's like 0 carbs. And some of this 0 sugar ready whip. So this is like super, super low. Oh, and I have half of a tablespoon of crushed up chips on here. And this is 5 points for all of this and super low in carbs. And I have a coffee here, which I whipped up in the blender. Hey guys, all right, I wanted to end the day here. It's late, everybody's getting ready for bed. And so we had a really long day of homeschooling today. I mean, the kids, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we do a lot of math and science and history and geography. And sometimes they get a little slow. And so we end up sitting there for a very long time working through some things. But anyway, so time kind of went upon us, and all my meat was frozen, and I just stuck it in the fridge to defrost. I said, you know what? Why don't we go to this little Mexican restaurant that is really close by, but we've never been there. And so we went, and usually, I can go for the fajitas or something like that. I mean, what I used to have when I was high carb, low fat, was bean burritos, and I used to love those, but I'm not doing those now because I'm low carb. So I figured, well, there's got to be something there that we could, find. And of course, we have the chips come to the table for the kids, but Honey and I don't have them. I don't think Honey had them tonight. I know I didn't have them. But anyway, so we were looking over the menu, and it started looking kind of, it can be overwhelming sometimes. If you don't look ahead of time, sometimes it helps to look ahead of time, pull up the menu online and make a plan. But I didn't feel like doing that. I just figured I'd figure something out. So we got there, and I ended up finding, Honey was a little tempted. He was a little tempted to get some tamales, and we talked about it for a little bit. I asked him if he really wanted to do that, and he ended up getting what I got, which was a beef fajita taco salad, and it comes with a little dollop of sour cream and some guacamole, so I knew that was going to really keep me satiated to have that bit of fat in there. And I went with the beef instead of the chicken because a lot of times they'll use chicken breasts, and it's really, really dried out. I mean, it's almost like you're chewing wood, so I didn't want to chance that, and it's really hard on my teeth if I do that. So and the beef was better for chewing. So I didn't eat it all. I ended up leaving some behind. I knew I wanted to have something sweet at home, so I kind of left room. And then when we got home, instead of staying and ordering fried ice cream or something like that, I thought I want to have a nice cup of coffee at home, and I can make a dessert that I can live with that's going to fit in my perimeters. And that's when I went ahead and had the brownie sundae. I had made those brownies 2 days ago, and they've just been sitting in the fridge in a little tub, so I can bring that out. So as far as prepping, yes, I say I kind of fly by the seat of my pants, but I really don't. I mean, as far as having a rigid menu, I choose not to do it that way right now, just because it just makes me feel like I have more freedom and flexibility if I leave a certain amount open. But I do prepare foods that I'm able to bring out and put together. So yes, I have the freedom to eat what I want at the time and be more spontaneous, but it's within certain perimeters of food that is prepared, if that makes sense. The hard-boiled eggs, I usually cook the meat ahead of time, have a whole bunch of ground beef cooked and put in a Ziploc container so I can just pull it out and put it in wrap, a salad, a frittata, whatever, and it's already cooked and seasoned. So stuff like that, right? Stuff is prepared in a way. It's deconstructed, and then I can pretty much pull it together. So anyway, after that dessert, I was just really, one thing about keto desserts is that when you're done with them, they don't make you feel like having 30 of them. I mean, you're just like, whoo, I'm done. I mean, it is really, really, really satisfying. So there's one dessert I haven't made yet, and I really want to. It is a keto Oreo, and it is made by Chef Fat Grams. I'm going to put his YouTube channel down in the description box. He's got some really neat recipes if you're low carb or if you're keto, but there's a keto Oreo one that I really want to try. Usually when I try a new recipe, for me, I consider it to be a little bit more labor intensive because I have to pay attention to it the first time. And then after that, it's pretty quick and easy. And I think that's the way it's going to be with this one too. I think my hubby's really going to love that recipe. But anyway, so that was the day today. I just wanted to wrap it up, and I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm tired now. Oh my goodness. And I didn't even really work out too much. I just did that walk this morning and some gardening, and that was about it. And so tomorrow's a weight day, and I'll probably get in some. Oh, it's field trip day. We have to go to the dentist. I have to take all the boys to the dentist in the morning, and then a field trip as well. So we're probably going to go to the trampoline park, the indoor trampoline park. So I'll get some good exercise there. And we don't have a date night tomorrow because our babysitter is busy. So, wah. Anyway. All right, guys. I will see you guys maybe tomorrow. I hope you have a wonderful night. Bye.